President of the BMF, are you happy with the budget?
Thank you for having us. We are really honored that we were hosted by APSIP and Afrikaanse Handelsinstituut, and in their infinite wisdom they asked me to be master of ceremonies so that at least we can have a meaningful conversation. So we are very excited that people could have woken up at 6:30 already seated to come and listen to the Minister of Finance, and most of them coming from black business. Also at a time when there's a global recession, the rent has deteriorated by 23%, we have just increased interest rates by 50 basis points, but also the petrol price is threatening to reach 14 rand, thereby affecting negatively the discretionary purchasing power of ordinary South Africans. We must applaud the Minister of Finance for a very well thought out, very conservative, steady as she goes budget, which is exactly what the country needs at this time to stimulate business confidence, to talk to the majority of South Africans that are still excluded from most economic sectors, including financial institutions, but also where we are still spending for the last 10 years about 3.4% of our budget just on social grants, and we're keeping that steady, and we have invested probably 36 billion in the rest of the continent.
All right, so we know that small business, SMMEs are going to be and are the largest employers, and I'm asking you, does this budget help the SMEs to create jobs?
I can say without any fear of retributions or reprisals, to say from the moment the Minister of Finance put plans in place to stimulate small and medium enterprises, 15,000 SMEs have already availed themselves of this opportunity, especially because when you compare us with our BRICS compatriots, we are lagging behind in terms of the percentage of jobs created by SMEs. All of them are north of 50% in this country, languishing just below 34%. We know that big companies like ourselves now experience this phenomenon of jobless growth. They are growing and doing more with fewer people. Small and medium enterprises, that's where jobs are created in large numbers to handle some of our political trilemmas of stubbornly high levels of unemployment that then lead to poverty and inequality.
You don't think more incentives could have been put through?
Look, you know, when you are in government and you are in power, you are balancing 1,001 priorities. If you are outside and you are throwing stones, there's always somebody who can say, I could have done better, I could have grown this to 8%, I could have increased the salaries of civil servants by 50 percentage points. But when you are responsible and you know that every word that you utter is going to be turned this way and that way, interpreted in probably two ways, you want to be responsible. You want to make promises only that you can fulfill within a foreseeable future. So when you take that into consideration, I think 846 billion budget expenditure for the next 36 months and going towards 1 trillion. Remember when we inherited this budget in 1994, it was 114 billion, and we are now almost 1 trillion. This is truly an extraordinary achievement. It's just that our conflicting priorities continue to grow, and 80% of our people are still poor.
All right, and as Black Management Forum, you've got a lot of labour that you manage. Is that one area that they should be happy with, and our employers are happy with this budget in this whole sort of employer-employee debate?
Managers always look for three things. First of all is stability and certainty, and they want to reduce volatility as much as they possibly can. So as far as labor is concerned, I think this government ought to be very serious about partnering with labor, with big business, with civil society, so that we begin to have crucial conversations about our actions in increasing foreign direct investment. And then lastly, of course, it's about ensuring that as a business, we help this government to be a capable state by delivering mega projects on budget, in full and on time.
Bonang Mohale, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you very much indeed for sharing your thoughts and your time with us.
It's been an absolute privilege, my brother.
All right, and that's the president of the Black Management Forum sharing his thoughts with us on the budget that was presented by Pravin Gordhan yesterday, the Minister of Finance. And that's where we're going to leave it from Cape Town.